There's something about the way we're living our lives and the way that we're doing church that's driving our youth away. And there's another word for youth, and it's future. The youth are the future of the church. They don't see the reality of Jesus Christ. The youth don't see the reality of Jesus Christ in the lives of us 20 and overs. We need to pay attention to that. We're losing our youth. Witchcraft is on the rise. 75% of all the children, of all the youth in the United States have dabbled in witchcraft. 25% of all the teens in the United States right now are using illegal drugs. The average age of first internet pornography exposure is 11 years and 8 months. The average age of first exposure. You know who the biggest clients are of internet pornography in the United States? The biggest age group? It's ages 12 to 17. Our kids in America are addicted to internet pornography. America is dying. And the church exists. The church, the living church, the alive church. We need to wake up and understand what's happening around us. You might not see it in your family. You might not see it in your church. It's happening, and it's here. And it's in a sense, it's too late. I don't talk about what's going to happen. I'm talking about what's already happened, and it's very real. And it will begin to affect everything that we do in our life. You think it was hard to talk to people about the Lord before? Just wait. Just wait. These same statisticians say that we have, as a country, about 5 years to begin to actively reach out into the communities in energetic and effective ways and relevant ways where we're not shortchanging the gospel. We're not trying to get people to come to church. The solution isn't to get people to come to church. The solution is to bring Jesus to their homes. The church isn't the solution to America's problems. Jesus is the solution. Jesus living and alive and transforming our homes. Our homes. You know the biggest value of parenting in the United States is? The biggest number one value, way out front of any other values, it's getting their children a good education. 40% of the population of America says the number one priority in their life is to get their children a good education. In the same poll, 4% said it was important to teach their children moral values. 4%. We're telling our children in America, you know what? There's no absolutes. You can live your life how you want. You just need to be happy. Okay, get a good education, and everything's going to be fine. This is the message in America, and that's not the gospel. Jesus said, if any man come after me, let him deny himself. Let him deny himself. What does that mean? That means that we need to come to the place that we put our life on the ground. We lay our life down and we put ourselves kind of under the feet of Jesus and say, listen, I'm dead to my past. I'm dead to the things that were used to be important to me, and I need to live my life for you. Show me your dreams and your goals and what are your hopes? What do you want to do in my life? How do you want to take my life and transform me? I've shared a story before about a guy who was just like a carpenter in Minnesota, and he was invited to go on mission trips for years, and finally he went, and he was just there to watch and to participate. He was a good Christian. He'd come to church every Sunday and Wednesday night. He read his Bible occasionally. He really didn't share his faith with anybody in Minnesota, but he was interested to go to India. And so the guy went there, but he said, Lord, you want to do something in my life? Do it. And so he went to India. And he was standing next to the preacher, and some Indian Christians saw him there and saw he wasn't talking. He didn't seem to be very popular. And they came to him and they started talking to him, and they said, we want you to come in to preach in a different city. And he goes, well, he was thinking, I've never done that before. And he thought, well, I guess I'll go. And so he went for like a day. And he went and left, and he went to this other city, and they made a big meeting, and hundreds of people came, and he just shared his testimony. He opened his Bible and started speaking, and all these people started coming forward to get saved, and they wanted prayer for healing, and all of a sudden people started getting healing. A carpenter. He was there for 2.5 months. 2.5 months. Because he was willing to become the person that God wanted him to be in the moment. This is the moment, this is the time in American history where the church needs to rise up and say, enough is enough. We need to stop playing games. This Christianity isn't about volunteer. No wonder we have so many people we have so many different things going on. It's hard to get people to sign up because the Christianity is in America, it's interpreted as, well, volunteerism, you know. I'll sign up for a little bit. Jesus doesn't need our spare moments. He doesn't need our spare time. We're so busy in America. We're like, we have our soccer schedule down here as part of the foundation for our life. And then we have a few activities at church that we're involved in. We pile that on there. And then we have our job. We pile it on there. And then we have the extracurricular activities and we pile it on there. And that pile's getting so big. And we try to put the Lord on top and he's teetering and tottering and it doesn't really matter what he wants to do in our life and he falls off and we try to put him back up there. He's the foundation. Everything needs to be laid on top of what his will is for our life. This is missions. Missions isn't about where we go first. Jesus said that he was going to pour out the Holy Spirit upon his disciples, and when he would do that they were going to be empowered to become his witnesses. This means his martyrs. In Greek, it means the martyr. People who sacrifice their life for it. The Muslims understand this better than Christians. It's sad. They sacrifice their life for what they believe. I went to a church a couple of years ago, really opened my eyes. 1,500 people in there. Special service, Christmas time. We had a video, nice demonstration, presentation. The pastor got up and he said, this is a great ministry. Please help support it. You can write checks out to this ministry in Romania. 1,500 people. And the plates went around. How much do you think came in that day? 1,500 people at Christmas time. Nothing. Is that even possible? Yes. That's the culture we live in. It's scary. That same church sends about $12,000 per month to buy food for poor people in another country. No gospel associated with it, just humanitarian sort of a work. I don't understand. You understand? This is the mentality. It's an honor to jump at an opportunity to help a missions endeavor, whether it's local or whether it's national or international or intercontinental or even if it's on the moon. It's our honor. This is why we exist, to lay down our life and to follow the lead. Jesus said that he didn't come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many. He came to not only to serve, that's a good attitude, not only to give, but to sacrifice. Sacrifice. That means we need to be able to serve and to give to where it hurts. There were people here last night serving at the missions banquet, and I know they were tired. And it hurts. They're tired. But that's sacrifice. They're willing to serve you and to give and to sacrifice to promote the idea of missions at World Harvest.